Mel Cannon Events Part 2. Part 1's gonna be right here if you wanna go view it. Hey, this is my second time recording this. The audio is garbage. I'm not gonna talk too much. I'm gonna get straight to it.
Hey, so quick disclaimer. The audio and the video for this is going to be a little shaky. It gets better as it goes along. I just get better, but I'm kind of using new equipment here. So, kind of bear with me, but I think it's still a solid video.
First up, we got being owed money. Being owed money by a dude who sucks at paying other people back is one of the worst things that can happen to you. Or just freaking that moment where you're like, hey, let's go out and eat. Oh, hey boy, hey, I'll pay you back later. I Venmo you. You want to just pay for it this time? Or y'all go to get whatever, and all of a sudden you're paying and they're always like, oh, Cash App, oh, Venmo, whatever transactional service you use to give people money. Virtual currency at that. Not VC like 2K though. Bro, if you're doing this in high school, understandable. Freaking your parents didn't put no money on your card like you thought they did. You go out to eat, the card gets declined. It's an embarrassing moment. I get it. I've been there. But you gotta get that money back. That's all we ask. Give the money back. I shouldn't have to chase you down for the bread. Bro, this person said it and it was so honest, bro. The people who you would give money are the people who would never ask you for money. Like, I haven't asked somebody for money since I was not having a job. Like, ever since I've had a job, I've never asked someone for money. Like, I understand niggas get down bad, bro. I've never been there. But just cause your pockets is hurting don't mean mine ain't hurting. Yo, we might have two different struggles, but struggles are still struggles, boy. And don't let me catch you spending money when you owe me money. Cause now I don't care what the situation is. I'll never give you money now. I'll never give you money ever again. That's point blank, boy. Ain't a threat, it's a promise. But then again, our parents, at least my parents, and I feel like I've heard a lot of other people's parents say, don't give out money or don't let someone borrow money when you don't expect to get it back, right? If you're cool with not getting that money back, then yeah, give that money, right? But if you are wanting it back, you probably shouldn't give it. I kind of said it backwards, but I think y'all kind of get what I meant. Now, granted, yeah, you could just get money out of kindness, but then again, if you really are just trying to help somebody out, then there should be some form of, plan. Like, if you ask me for money and you tell me not to worry about what it's for, why would I give you the money? That's shicey to me. But I'm just fortunate to never have been in that situation. I'm glad I have my life together enough to where that's not a situation of me either having to ask somebody for money or being in a position where I just need money and I'm that a-hole who can't give it back when I need to give it back. So yeah, shout out to the people in my life who've helped me. And shout out to the jobs for hiring me. Next up, we got not getting McDonald's. Oh no, we got food at the house. Or, oh, you got McDonald's money? If I had a freaking dollar for every time I heard that, I finally would have McDonald's money. Especially back when I wanted McDonald's because there was a dollar menu at the time. The dollar menu? A lot of y'all don't know about that. Fries, any size drink, a burger. That was all $1 at one point. Not together, but separately. Now, granted, I know some of y'all are too bougie for McDonald's. So Burger King, Chick-fil-A, Wendy's, whatever. Just a fast food that you really liked. Side note, why are y'all acting like y'all are too bougie for McDonald's like we weren't liking it as a kid? I probably eat McDonald's more than a lot of people who are bigger than me. So don't act like I'm some big back ass mup just cause I eat McDonald's. Anyways, I digress. My mom wasn't a bad cook, but it's just something about just fast food that I just love, bruh. And I feel like that goes for a lot of people, right? Sometimes you get sick and tired of eating spaghetti. I know a bunch of y'all probably had that situation before. Yeah, you don't appreciate cooked food until you're living by yourself, needing money, or you're in the gym, right? Because that fast food only goes so far for so long. I used to eat fast food every day. Trust me, I know. Next up, we got partnering in class or on field trips. Now, the partnering in class part. When you're in a class with a good amount of your boys, and let's say it's an odd number of y'all, and you're least cool with a good amount of them. Ooh, that's good. Or let's say you got a dude who you always partner with because that's your guy. And y'all beefing for a little bit. You have a miniature beef. Now granted, the beef is gonna end by lunchtime when y'all are debating, sports and broads again. But bro, he usually knows somebody in the class that he could partner with. He partners with that person. That's snake. I ain't gonna lie, that's snake. That's worse than get in with one of your homies' ex-girlfriends. from like 2 girls ago, in my opinion. Some of y'all might disagree, that's my opinion. I said it. Or like one of the worst partnerings is when you have to partner with like a person who also doesn't know like well about the subject, and you don't know well about the subject. Hey, that gets pretty bad too. Bro, but partnering on field trips can suck, because if it's like a buddy system, like for instance, we went to Shenanigans one time and I didn't really know anybody, so you know, I kind of just had to fall in. I got partnered with like this one guy. He was kind of weird, but I didn't want to judge him, right? I was like, I'll get to know the guy. Bro, we get there, we all get a car, we get a certain amount of points, that way we can win a certain amount of tickets and get prizes. Bro, for some reason he spent all his points and none of his tickets got back to him on his card for some odd reason. Bro, so I was like, cool. You know, I'm a generous guy at the time. You know, I'm probably like 9 or something. So, you know, I split my card with him. This freaking bozo is going to decide that he's going to use more tickets than me. And he like made like an executive decision on that's how it was gonna be. Like there was something I wanted and it was slightly a little more tickets over our thing. So I was like, hey, is it cool if I get that since it's my card? He was like, I'm like, what the like, bro, I'm helping you. Then again, kid was a loser, so you know, I had to give him one. And that's why my lesson is always judge a book by its cover, guys. Think about it. Look at the cover, green eggs and ham. That's pretty much how it went, right? Duh. Cat in the hat. Duh. Like, what you mean don't judge a book by its cover? The cover tells a piece of the story. Talking about some don't judge a book by its cover. I saw that kid at the pool one time too. I should have said something to his ass. Gave him a piece of my mind. But you know what? I chose to be the bigger man, because that's who I am. So yeah, hopefully you never have to, you know, do a bunch of partnering. Hopefully it's like at least groups of 3s or groups of 4s, so you're not the odd man out. Yeah, that's a piece of high school I do not miss at all. Last up on this list, we got being in the store with your mom. From not being able to touch anything, not being able to ask for anything, having to try on a bunch of clothes, and then, you know, the meta of it all, being in the line and your mom just all of a sudden forgets something like, oh, let me go get this real quick. And then you there with the cashier finna finish. And you know how that story goes, right? Bro, I remember it like it was yesterday, always wanting something in the store. Like, my things were zebra cakes, Twinkies, vanilla wafers. Those things, like if we walk past them, my mom would just be like, no, don't even ask. So that's simple. And then we have like, you know, the activity of the store, right? For instance, I started off sitting in the, you know, the seat as a baby, you know, getting pushed by mom, this and that. And then, you know, she let me start sitting in the, you know, bigger part of the basket or the buggy or wherever you're from, whatever they call it, right? So I was sitting in there for a while, right? And then, you know, I got too big because, you know, my mom, she got to put things in there, right? So then she let me like ride on the front of the cart or the side of the cart, right? You know, like while she pushed, I'll just be on it and she'd be rolling, and you know, that's fun to me, right? And whenever I got too big for that, I was pushing the cart. You know, I had to feel involved. My cart privileges got taken away when I hit my mom one time. She was reaching to get some, and I was like this, pushing the cart, right? And then finally, you know, I moved forward off impulse. And, you know, I just hit her in the leg. She got pissed, smacked the back of my head so damn hard, boy. She used to let me go back to the back and play the game because, you know, there was a little PlayStation back there. You know, at Walmart, I don't know if Walmart still do it a lot. Or go to the toy section and mess around, blah, blah, blah. Or look at stuff. Especially when she had my number and I had a phone, because then she'll just call me. She obviously ain't coming back there to just get me. Now, finally, at the end, when we finally get to the front, right, my mom will all of a sudden need something while the dude's scanning or the girl's scanning, whatever. Boop, 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 boop. Oh, hold on, let me go get something. Here's the thing. You have a list of what you need to get. You didn't remember to write every single thing down on a list, or did you just think of something like, well, I also want this? Yeah, that's an awkward moment whenever the cashier gets done and your mom's not back, right? Because then it's like, he's like, should I tell this guy the price, or, you know, obviously he knows I'm most likely not paying for it, and she's not leaving her car with me. So now I gotta like feel the thin air, you know, set off some fireworks, start tap dancing, you know, break the awkward silence, of course. Or be a polar bear, just break the ice, whatever. And then she makes it back and we're all good. Yeah, I do not miss being in the grocery store for more than 2 hours. I will say that. You remember like trying on jeans and stuff in the store, whether it was the mall department store or wherever you bought. Ross, that's another one. TJ Maxx, wherever you go, wherever your mom went, you was just trying on like 15 pairs of jeans every time. Half of them looked the same, half of them were a different color. You never knew. She got you come out. Turn around. All right, Paris Fashion Week on your ass. In a Ross, not to mention. Or you remember trying on like suits, blazers, suit jackets for like weddings and funerals and stuff? That was fun. One of the things is my mom always wanted my suits to be bigger so that I could grow into them. So I hated suits for the time being because I always looked like fat when I wore a suit because it's just a big ass suit I'm wearing. The first time I bought a suit that wasn't too big was my prom. That one fit me actually nice. That's because we went to like a real like store, and then they were like, oh, they actually fitted it. I didn't get it tailored that day, but you know what I'm getting at. And yeah, I'm going off track again, so I'm gonna end the video right here. Thanks for watching if you made it this far. Appreciate you. Like, comment, subscribe if you want. I ain't got a lot to say. Thank you very much. Deuce.